What if your government wanted to control the types of things you buy? Well, with a CBDC, that is possible. We all know the world is currently obsessed with carbon emissions, and of course, it's great that we should care about our environment. Well, very soon, personal carbon allowances are likely to become a thing in much of the West, meaning that just like big companies, individual people will be limited to an amount of carbon they'll be allowed to put out every month. With a CBDC, a government could program your money so you can't buy fuel or plane tickets or even non-green foods and groceries once you hit your monthly carbon limit.
We're developing through technology an ability for consumers to measure their own carbon footprint. What does that mean? That's where are they traveling? How are they traveling? What are they eating? What are they consuming on the platform? Individual carbon footprint tracker. Stay tuned, we don't have it operational yet, but this is something that we're working on.
What I learned from a source, who is a very unique source, having infiltrated the globalist cult at the UN level, is that he was in high-level meetings that required number of security clearances where they actually discussed the plan to bring 100 million people into the United States in order to pave the way for a regional government of US, Canada, and Mexico.
There's a whole brochure, it's like a playbook, teaching them from start to finish how to get through Mexico, all these points that you're mentioning, stopping points, bus stations, that there's going to be an NGO representative there to make sure they arrive at the right bus station and that they get on the right bus to the next stopping point. The funding is coming from United Nations.
With regard to food shortage, yes, we did so talk about food shortages, and it's going to be real.
So whatever I choose, whether in the election or whether in the supermarket, this is my free will, that's over.
Surveillance, people could look back in 100 years and identify the coronavirus epidemic as the moment when a new regime of surveillance took over, especially surveillance under the skin, which I think is maybe the most important development of the 21st century, is this ability to hack human beings.
You said rich nations should move to 100% synthetic beef.
Yeah, unless we can make the cow zero emission, which I'm not sure we can. We do need to to get rid of those emissions, and it's not going to happen overnight. The scale up and the innovation still required there is quite large. But yes,
because cows account for around 4% of all greenhouse gases, Gates has invested in 2 companies making plant-based meat substitutes, Impossible Foods and Beyond Meat. But farming the vegetables used to make many meat alternatives emits gases as well.
Just a little side note, 2 billion people in the world eat bugs, and I'm one of them. Because here we go, some mealworms. That is a fruity taste. I recommend it.
Now what is this? This looks like I could make cocoa with this. What is that?
Well, that's an insect-based premium protein. It's made from molitor, which is mealworm larvae. This is a powder derived from the mealworm, and it's a insect protein just been approved by the EU for human consumption.
It's just a protein supplement?
Exactly.
I can put this in a smoothie or something?
I'm telling you, yep, and they'll be making all kinds of stuff out of it.
And now, for dessert, the fried grasshopper. These are amazing. These are exquisite grasshoppers. I recommend them to anyone.
Every once in a while, something breaks through to the masses. Because of the internet, millions of people slowly get red-pilled as to how rigged the system is. To me, one of the most interesting backlashes that we saw in modern memory was the backlash against BlackRock and other Wall Street firms which seek to buy as much single-family housing as possible to turn America into a nation of renters. In short, they want to take the last thing in your life that you own and sell it to you on a temporary basis.